She told me to stay in my lane, so I cleared it. My fiancé James has had a female best friend since they were kids, Rachel. Now, I'm not someone who gets jealous over opposite gender friendships. James has female friends, I have male friends. That's not the issue. What matters to me is boundaries, and whether people respect them. Rachel never did. From the beginning of our relationship, she acted like she was in a competition with me, like she had something to prove. Subtle digs, passive-aggressive comments, constant reminders that she knew James before me. At first, James didn't know how to shut it down. We actually had a brief breakup because of how out of hand things got. But when we got back together, he said he realized how important it was to draw the line. So he set boundaries, hard ones. Rachel was never thrilled about it, but she toned it down, barely. We were cordial when we saw each other, smiles laced with contempt, you know the type. When James proposed, she didn't even congratulate us. Not once. She kept calling me his girlfriend, not his fiancé. James corrected her every time, told her it wasn't funny. It was rude. That was 5 years into our relationship. Now, as we're planning the wedding, James asked Rachel to be a groomswoman. I didn't love it, but I stayed quiet until she sent me a message. A long, condescending text that basically boiled down to this. Just so you know, your fiancé and I are each other's priority. He picked me as a groomswoman even though he knew it would bother you. That should tell you something. You're his wife, but I'm his best friend, and I'm not going anywhere. Accept your place and stay in your lane. I showed it to James immediately. He said he'd handle it and told me not to worry. But I was worried because this wasn't just disrespectful. It was intentional. She wanted to make me feel small in my own relationship, and I was done with it. I told James there will be consequences. Either Rachel is dropped as a groomswoman, or she doesn't come to the wedding at all. I wasn't going to marry someone who allowed a toxic third party to poison our relationship, someone who had disrespected me for years with no real pushback. James said I was being unfair, that he couldn't control her actions, that I was placing too much pressure on him. So I pulled up this very post and let him read what strangers thought. We sat together, reading through people's comments. At first, he got defensive, but slowly, he started to reflect. I explained how Rachel's behavior wasn't just a one-time issue. It was a pattern, one that wouldn't just ruin our relationship, but any future one he might have if he let it continue unchecked. Eventually, he got it. He uninvited Rachel from the wedding completely, said he realized how her presence would taint something that was supposed to be about us. He told her he needed space, that their friendship had become too entangled in toxicity. He's begun to distance himself, not just for me, but because he finally sees how it was affecting him too. It still hurts that it took this long for him to act, but I'm proud that he finally did, and I'm hopeful now for our wedding and for the boundaries we're learning to protect together.